I'm sure many of us saw the interview given by His Excellency Chief Senator Dickson, the national leader of the NDC. That interview is as troubling as it goes. Chief Dickson came across to me like one who is gearing up for an internal fight with his presidential candidates. He did not come up to me like one who is getting ready for the big fight against an incumbent president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He sounded very much like a man who is in competition with his presidential candidates, especially Peter Obi. Chief Dickson talked about himself being the most qualified to be president. Yeah, Chief Dickson has every right to contest in his own party, no doubt. But when Obi and Kwankwaso came to see you, Chief Dickson, you should have told them that you too want to be president. And I'm not sure they would have been sitting down listening to you, tell them blah, 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 like you're trying to do today. Yeah, your party now is a darling. But a few weeks ago, on the floor of the Senate, people laughed at you. Your colleagues in the Senate made a joke of you. The mere mention of the party name NDC, caused laughter. Nobody took you serious. They thought you were a clown. But as God will have it, Obi and Kwankwaso came in and they brought their steam, their supporters, and the fire that goes with them. And they lighted up your party, and your party became the darling of most people in opposition. Oga, abeg manage this success well. Oga, take am easy. Manage your success well. Oh. If there is an internal wrangling, disappointment, squabbles, I expect you as a national leader to discuss it in-house. That interview happened to be your first since Obi and Kwankwaso became your flag bearers. It should have been an interview to set the stage for the campaign. It should have been an interview for you to campaign for your presidential candidates. Even if there is an internal squabble, it should have been an interview to give an impression that all is well and you can go in-house and fix it. Oga, is there any problem in NDC? Yes. A lot of the aspirants for different positions across the country are not happy with the handling of the party primaries. That is true. And it's expected because this is a new party, no doubt. A little bit of teething problem and leadership problem, especially at state levels and at constituency levels, that's a fact. But you should find a better way to address this issue. This is why you are the national leader. Okay? That's the truth. You don't need to come out and say the kind of things or the way you said some of these things. You made a lot of people, you unsettled a lot of people. That's true. You got people troubling. That is very correct. And I hope this rumor about your private meeting with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, I hope this rumor, doesn't turn out to be what I am thinking. I am saying it here. I hope what I'm thinking is not what it is. Setting the stage, for the final onslaught, which will be the biggest disappointment. Oga, not throw people who trusted you under the bus. Oh. Because if you do, you will go down in history as one of the Judases. The way Judas Iscariot is, that's where you're going to be. No doubt about it. Now, speaking about supporting Obi and trashing you. Okay, nobody's trashing you. But if you do what is wrong, we will call you out. Nobody's too big to be called out, including His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi. I say often, if Obi becomes president and does what is not in line, I personally will call him out. If you have 20 million obedience, these are 20 million independent-minded people. Nobody's paying me to support you. You're not paying me to support you and your party. I am supporting your party and your people because of Obi. And most obedient are supporting your party because of Obi. I tell people obedience have no party. They are independent-minded. Their party is Obi. My political party is Gregory Peter Obi. And I'm supporting him for what he's going to do. For the new Nigeria he wants to usher in. For the new down he wants to usher in. A few weeks ago, you came across to me as one who wants to midwife that new Nigeria. You came across to me like a man who is hungry to be national hero. That's why I'm looking at you. But with your interview depressed me. It depressed a lot of Nigerians. Okay? You caused us to think low. That is not how to get into a fight to remove an incumbent. You should have gone there to ginger people, get your people battle ready, not to demoralize your party members. That interview is a minus. Senator Dickson, you see that you had interview? Oga, na minus, oh, na big minus. You depressed your party members. You depressed followers. You depressed people who thought something big of you. Now, Oga, you not be any God, though. Make I tell you, you not be God. If you be God, you not be God to obedience and like every one of them because they are independent minded. You're not paying any one of them. None of them come to eat in your house. Okay? So, as an independent-minded person, if you get it wrong, I'll tell you. I will tell you. I will call you out and I will tell you got it wrong. You got this one wrong, oh. You need to fix it. Your party can still win this election. Obi can still be president. You can still be this national hero that I thought about you. Let's not play about this. A new Nigeria is possible. Just speaking in my mind and joining obedience and calling you out for that interview which you gave, which was less than what a national leader should do. Thank you.